Hello, everyone. Welcome into another stream of MVP Baseball 2005, our owner mode. So, obviously, I don't have music. You should be able to hear the menu sounds. I wish I could have the music. Unfortunately, it leads to some issues with the copyright on those songs. Although I will say, about 7, 8 years ago, before like everyone had Amazon Prime, before it was like $140 a year, back when it was like $80 a year, and there weren't really any good originals on Amazon Prime Video, and like it was 2 day shipping. I remember I bought for like $8 the CD because it never released in the U.S., or at least you can't buy it digitally in the U.S. The song "We Got the Noise," and to me that's the best song on a stellar video game soundtrack. And so I spent money on that, and yeah, I ended up importing it into my computer and still have the song, and I have every single song on the soundtrack. Most of them I got through just like they were on other CDs randomly, like for different TV shows or something, which was kind of cool. But yeah, so let's see. Let's send down our worst starter because we don't need 7 starters in the majors. And then we also need to figure out our platoon situation. So our rotation, everything else is fine. I mean, we know who our top starters are. I'm actually going to put Harden in the 3-hole, though for the past 2 seasons, he's been terrible despite having really good stuff. So I don't understand. This is the start of the 2008 season. If you missed it, all the archives are on Twitch along with on my YouTube page, which is linked on Twitch. The thing is, we just barely missed the playoffs in 07, and in the off season, which was the last stream, we made a couple of trades and things. We acquired Hoyt Wilhelm, who is very expensive for a guy who's a closer. In fact, part of me wants to make him a middle reliever so that he pitches more than just in the 9th inning, because we're not playing all the games. So actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to make him and Joe Nathan our 7th-ish and 6th inning guys. I don't want that Mendez guy, though, being the setup guy, because I think he's not that good. So actually, let's put Nathan there, and then hopefully Wilhelm ends up pitching, because for some reason in this game, you can get guys to pitch like 110 innings. So, yeah, we'll see about that. Now let's figure out our lineup, because I'm not gonna have Babe Ruth, the other guy we acquired in the last stream, leading off. I mean, he's Babe Ruth. He's 33, but he's Babe freaking Ruth. So let's look at who's on our bench that needs to play. Okay, well, obviously Luis A. Gonzalez needs to play because he's an 85-75 guy. Crisp isn't good enough, I don't think, to play every single day, which sucks, but it's the truth. So obviously he's in right. Yeah, he can be at shortstop. I mean, it's Michael Young. Willie Moe, I think, may be good enough to play every day now, which would be massive. Matt Holliday can still only play against righties. Barrett is our catcher against righties, and I'm going to have to call up a catcher. Someone I signed, I think, was it Humberto Quintero or something like that, who is going to be our catcher against lefties. So I need to get that. I need to get him in there. And then Omar Infante as well needs to be in the lineup instead of Coco Crisp. That's not a question. Now, I need to look and see. Who's the better fielder here? I'm looking at it, and okay, Luis A. Gonzalez is a better fielder? Like, much better fielder. Better arm as well. And he's also faster. So actually, we'll put Infante at second, and we'll put Gonzalez in center field against righties. I don't think our righties line up. We're just going to have to figure out the order, but I'm not too concerned about the players. So let's do some call-ups and send-downs, though, because I know I want a bunch of platoon guys. So anyone who has an extreme platoon gets a call-up, like Brandon Inge and Jason Worth get call-ups, and a bunch of these fake players are not getting call-ups because you don't have major league deals, and also you're not that good of hitters. Like, they're fine hitters. They would probably be decent players for a whole season, but they're not good enough to be cracking this roster. I will call up Mike Cram, though, because he has such extreme power numbers that I feel like he actually has a case where, off the bench, he's not a bad option. You know, maybe it's 180, but with a 400 slugging percentage. That Thomas guy may actually have a case for calling up. Oh, this guy, 79.55, might actually be good enough to play. But let's make sure we get a catcher. Sorry, Ross Glode just... I don't think he's that good anymore. I don't think there's anyone who is on the team. Okay, this guy actually is worse. I should put him in AAA for sure. I'll put him in AA for now. I can call him up later. Where did I put... There he is. He's in Single A? What's Quintero doing in Single A? I realize he's going to be the worst player on our team, but he can at least hit lefties, which is all we're going to ask him to do at all. So I have to get rid of one player. So it's either going to be Chantress, Glode, or Cram. Cram has the extreme power, but not much else. Chantress can hit lefties, but he's a worse hitter against lefties than Glode, so I think I'm going to send him down. So I need to figure out... in Single A, I need to call up to AAA Chantress. And then from AA, I need to call up... Who was it? I forget now. It was somebody I sent down. Was it Rodriguez? No. I don't know who it was. Oh, Redmond. That's who it was. Let's see if I can send someone down who's actually terrible. I have a bunch of pitchers. Grissom. Let's do that then. Alrighty, so let's figure out our rotation. We already did. I think, let's just make sure that we have 5 starters in AAA. In fact, 6 starters, so one of them is going to not be in AAA, because Blankard is probably the best pitcher in AAA we have. God, Dennis Reyes. Ooh, man, that's not a good photo. Oh. Yikes. That's not a bad photo of Matt Belisle. But yikes, Dennis Reyes does not look like he is in good shape there. We got our closer. We got everybody else as a reliever, so I'll keep Belisle there. But I may send down that Miyamoto guy if I need a 5th starter at one of the levels. I don't. There are 7 starters? 9 starters? In AA? What? A couple of these guys are going to Single A, because something tells me they have 5 starters too? How do I have so many starting pitchers? What happened that I have so many starters? Like, I have a full rotation of 5 starters at every minor league level. That's insane. And then some. I have 9 starters in AA. Okay, so I should probably call one of them up to AAA and someone should go down to Single A. Just because because the way that they do starters and the way that their stamina loads up, it's silly, but... So one of these starters needs to go up, and someone will go down from AAA, probably a reliever. Who's the best one in terms of their bar? It looks like it would be Stewart. Alrighty. Let's see. One of the relievers. The worst one is Belisle? Probably Belisle. We'll go with it. Then we have to get someone from AA needs to go down to Single A, who's a starting pitcher. Whoever the worst one is. So, probably... It's tough to tell. The bars all look so similar. Looks like it would probably be this guy. Alright, so let's go back here. We'll throw him in there. Throw these 2 guys as long men. Just to start the season. I don't really care what happens once the season gets going, but we should at least have the team set up so that they aren't going to fail because of the game being kind of silly. So I'll make him a middle reliever, him a middle reliever as well. Yeah, it's fine. I do want to swap him, though, since he's supposedly better than these guys. Let's get rid of... Yeah, Powell can go there, since he has... Actually, he's probably better than this guy. Yeah, Bernard. Sorry, Bernard. AAA, Miyamoto and Stewart, that's fine. I mean, that guy needs to get a much better sinker if he wants to make the majors. He's 25 already. He may not be making the majors. What's it say? Good young pitcher? Yeah. Good 2-seamer that should improve as his control gets better. What's his control looking like? Oh, that's right. They don't tell you all the other details. I mean, it's whatever. Okay. So, by the way, if any of you guys think that I should do something differently, let me know in the chat. And if you are new here, please subscribe. I'm streaming a lot of retro-ish sports games. Like, I don't, like, this is not NHL 94 level of retro, but it's my childhood. Oh man, I've sunk so many hours into this game. More than I should ever admit, especially since my parents are within earshot or could even tune in. But yeah, so let's see. Anybody who's that good against righties would be Glowed, who's an 8250. Is there anybody who's worse than an 8250? And I don't think so. No, not at all. So Infante hits 9th. That's not a question. We do know that Ruth is not going to lead off. Last year, Eric Young, Michael Young was kind of terrible. The problem for Michael Young was that he just didn't hit. He should have. He just didn't hit, which really bothered me because he's good. He has good stats. I wish I could see exactly what his numbers were, but he had like a sub 300 on base percentage, and that's not going to get the job done as your leadoff hitter. I mean, out of these three, they're all so freaking good that it really doesn't matter what order they are. I bet he has like a 95 plate discipline, 80, and then 50 for Beltre, but that's okay. Something tells me we're going to hit a lot of 3-run homers. If Young gets on, Ruth gets on, and then Pujols just destroys everything. Like, he could win the MVP. He should win the MVP. 28. He's been paying him like an MVP. He needs to hit really well. I mean, he has in the past couple seasons, so he should. Willie Moe is good enough to play against righties finally, which means he's going to play every day. The irony being, I just signed him to a situational contract. So he's going to be very happy about playing every day. I think we will, let's see, probably keep it like that just because Willie Moe's so good against lefties too. And Holiday will not be playing against lefties, neither will Barrett. Yeah, I think this is probably our lineup against righties. We don't need to worry about this one except for putting someone in the lineup in the sense of there are no games with a pitcher hitting. We don't have to worry there. Okay, against lefties, Inge is very good, Worth is very good, and Quintero needs to play for Barrett. Is Quintero a really bad fielder? Oh my god, 20 plate discipline. That's fantastic. That's literally so terrible. I don't think anyone has worse than that. I've never seen a plate discipline number that low. Like, I don't think it goes lower than 20, truly. That's really bad. He's not a bad fielder. He just, like, I mean, he's not going to hit much, but he'll hit fine enough because he's going to play against lefties only. So that's fine. Crisp is good enough to play against lefties. Matt Holliday is definitely not. So that's where Worth comes in, no doubt. Inge can play second base. Let's do that then. And then, obviously, he's going to hit 8th. He's going to hit 9th. Yeah, these are the guys who are going to be in the lineup, no question. So let's think this through. I think we'll give Young the opportunity to be the leadoff hitter here. If he sucks for the first couple months, we'll move him to 9th. I think that's fine. We'll go Ruth, Pujols, Beltre again. Willie Moe. Worth it. I think this works, yeah. 79 speed only? Really? He's faster than that. I'm surprised he's only a 79 speed. Wow. Actually, what? So let's look. His plate discipline is a 75. Oh, he's on an everyday deal. That's not going to go well if he's only playing lefties. His plate discipline is a 55. But if he's hitting 300, like 300, 350 is fine with some pop. 280, 380 is good. Actually, I'll put Crisp hitting... No, Michael Young is... If this was righties, I'd probably swap it, but yeah, we're fine on that lineup. So let's get Infante in here just to fill a spot. I mean, this should be the best offense in the league. I would think by a mile. Truly. Like, I think this is just going to be a phenomenal lineup. Let's actually do that. And then everything... Great. They all have their rosters figured out. I think... Oh, wait. Did that do what I think it did? Yep. Put a bunch of starters in double. Whatever. All that work we just did for 5 minutes, out the window. That's fine. Whatever. Our pitching is supposed to be 13th. In fact, our pitching has been really good, like among the best in the league for the first 3 seasons of this dynasty. Well, owner mode, actually, I should say. That's what it is. For the first 3 seasons of this file. It's our hitting that's been the problem. Also, yes, Hoyt Wilhelm is our middle reliever, our top middle reliever, because that's going to get him more innings. Instead of throwing 40 innings all year, where he'll probably have a sub 1 ERA, let him have a 1 something ERA in 120 innings. That is value. In fact, part of me would like to actually get rid of Mendez because I think he's not good. Like, very clearly, Joe Nathan is very good. Beimel has a very good fastball, just as good as Nathan's, actually slightly better, along with a better secondary pitch. Like, he's a better pitcher than Joe Nathan, I think. You can argue. And he's only 21, which is fantastic. Mendez leaves a lot to be desired. Part of me thinks if we send him down, that just means that Hoyt Wilhelm pitches more. And Buehler's not bad. So let's actually do that. Let's send down Mendez and call up another player. Another hitter of some sort. That way we really are getting the most out of our relievers, who are all going to be elite. We know this. I think Shantress was someone, yeah, who's pretty good against lefties. Do I have Cram on the roster still in the majors? I think I do. Yeah, I do have Cram. Redmond, I know, is someone who was on the Major League roster to start. Let's just look. I have too many outfielders. We need... Oh my god, I have so many position players. Let's get another... Maybe someone who can catch, who's not terrible. Maybe a third catcher doesn't hurt. They won't ever play, but... You know, maybe not the worst thing. He's not bad, but he needs to... He's just like a fine hitter. But you're a first baseman. You need to be better than fine to be able to hit. So let's see. Any of these guys have catcher as a backup? Okay, this guy does. He can hit decently, but I think we have a catcher who might be better than that. Actually, no. No, he's better than our catchers, so Sweeney may be the guy. I'm going to check Double-A as well to see if maybe one of their catchers is pretty good. Or someone else can just randomly play catcher as a backup. Oh, this guy can. First baseman catcher. Not a good enough hitter. And then the catchers here. Yeesh. Yeah, we're going to just... Let's look at Single-A really quickly just to see. That guy actually is not terrible against righties, which is kind of interesting considering he's in Single-A and he's 25. Let's go with the guy in Triple-A who can catch as a backup, the third baseman. He will never play, but that's okay. We just... Why not? Why not, right? We only need one middle reliever, one setup guy, and one closer. These guys will get worked to the bone, and as long as they don't get hurt, we're going to have the best pitching staff in the league because we're not going to give up runs after the 6th inning. We're just not. Mendez, I will make the, I'll make a middle reliever. The lead middle reliever there. Yeah, we're good, we're good. We do need to figure out Buffalo's lineup really quickly. Oh, that guy was their catcher, so clearly I was not off base then. And then Young is probably the better. Yeah, Young is better against lefties. Not that it really matters. I don't really care how we do in AAA, but there we go. So that's all set up. Let's make sure. I believe I did the owner's box stuff last time. Let's see. Ticket pricing. Yeah, 40, 15, 20. We're $2.3 million in the hole. We're going to lose a lot of money every day this year. I truly think that. So we need to be good. If we are not good, that is a problem. Let's look at our daily finances. $295. Okay. And then, oh. Woof. That's really bad. That's really bad. If we're losing $500,000 a day, we're going to be way in the red at points this season. But also may get in the green. Looking at set pricing, so let's go back here. That's a 3 out of 10. I think we need to give out some free tickets. 5,000 of them, because we have no money for anything else. But if we get people in the door, that's making us money. I think 5,000 free tickets is a fair number, considering the amount of seats we have, which is 25,000 only. Let's do that. We'll just put them in for every single home game for the first chunk of the season. Because even a 5 out of 10 game is not going to get enough people in the door. And if it does, well then whatever. We'll still make money. I just would rather be, I think this is a little hedging our bets type of thing, especially when we have like a 2 out of 10 or 1 out of 10 type of game, which it happens. Those suck. Because that's the only way that your fans come to the games at all, is based on A, fan happiness, and B, what the game impact is. It's not good for the first 3 months of the season, so you just have to get people in the door somehow. And sure, having extras, little other things will help people come in, but we don't have them all unlocked. We have, full concession stands, but that's nothing too special. Plus, we did upgrade last season the seating to add the 5,000 seats. The next upgrade ends up adding 8,000 more, which is huge. That is one thing that I will say, like, once you really get into the big money and you upgrade the stadium, you get a ton of extra seats and things. Granted, everything becomes tougher to make money because your costs, your day-to-day costs, grow significantly. Now, what I'm hoping, though, is that when we advance to tomorrow, we'll actually have a bigger media budget because they reevaluate based on your team's salary and player salaries. And so we have a lot higher player salaries than we used to. Let's keep going through May. I think every single home game for the first 2 months will give away 5,000 tickets, and that'll be that. I think that just makes sense. I'm only going to be streaming for probably about another half hour or so we'll probably end up getting to maybe the All-Star break, depending on how quickly that goes, because I want to watch Jeopardy tonight. I will stream tomorrow. I don't know what time, but I definitely will stream tomorrow. So that's a positive. But yeah, so let's keep going. Let's just get the free tickets to whoever we need for... I think the fans should love me. I'm giving out 5,000 free tickets every single home game, partly because I can't afford any of the other promotions to get people in the door. So it's like paying them to get in the door. 3 out of 10. We have the Interleague Play Week, which is a 2. I think we go through... Yeah, let's go through June. We'll go through June because by that point, July, the games do change their game impact as teams get either better or worse. And yes, they do know, like, if you're playing a rival team, you will get, I'm only going to do 3,000, more fans in the door because it is a quote-unquote rival. So I'll do 3,000 for the Reds series. And actually, let's just call it there. I think, well, let me rephrase that. Let's call it there for most of these things. These freaking NL West. Of course that's our team to face in interleague play, which sucks, because that's the worst one. 5,000 free tickets for each of those series, for each game of those series, and then I think that's it, and then I think we can start actually simming games and seeing what happens. We're 2.3 million in the red, but that's okay. We will make some money, especially if we're as good as we think we are. If we're playing, 8 playoff home games, and we make 1.25 million for each of them, that's 10 million right there, where we're good. If we miss the playoffs, that's a problem. So we have to kind of be careful. If we suck early, we're going to need to reevaluate everything. Yeah, I think we're fine on the promo days. So nothing really we need to worry about there. We are 2.31 million in the hole, A- owner rating. And let's advance to next day and see what happens. Let's see, nothing there. Atmosphere is very healthy. That's good. Our AA locker room's doing well, despite not having a shortstop. We have 2 shortstops in the minors. That's why I like guys who play other positions. Quest update. I will say, you can request the updates. I've never really done that, because whatever. I don't really care. And then, let's see. So, the White Sox are one of the worst fielding teams in the league. Okay. And break up double plays by sliding in hard. That's so generic in a way, but also kind of hilarious. Okay, they have Cepeda. And I don't think they're very good. Okay, they have... Why is Robin Yount hitting 9th? Like, even against righties, he's too good to hit 9th in this lineup. Against lefties, he should be hitting in the middle of the order. Weird. Cepeda is good. So, yeah. Of course, their career stats get all messed up. Like, it probably says that Babe Ruth has 800 career home runs. Let's look. 833 to be exact. Now, let's go look. Let's see. We're now 2.78 million in the hole. It's a lot. Let's just look at the daily finances. See, we ended up getting a little more media. Now, I would have thought it would have gone to 3-something, but we now have like 300 grand coming in every day from media. So on days that we play games, we do lose close to 500,000, but yeah, that's not going to be good. So this is going to be an expensive season, no doubt. We are currently projected to lose 86 million. That obviously won't be the case. That's assuming that we lose all of the money on the costs of things and get no ticket revenue or merchandise revenue or concessions revenue. That would be painful. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Let's just start simulating. That was very weird that it like popped up like that. That's so weird. Oh, probably because it's March 31st. That's why it's messing up. Okay. It's messing up because the season started on March 31st, but there's no March in the Major League calendar. In fact, I'm pretty sure spring training ran till March 31st, which is always funny. Let's sim through. Let's see how we're doing after this game, after the Seattle game. I doubt we're going to be in the green, but we should be profitable compared to where we are, which is nearly 3 million in the hole. Seriously, we're 1-2. This team is a 100-win team, I think. Yeah, it's a minor league injury. I don't care. This to me is a 100-win team. Period. It has the best lineup in baseball, or it should, along with what I think is a very good pitching staff and a lot of very good relievers. Well, 3 very good relievers who are the only relievers, and 1 long man who's going to be Mr. Mop-Up when we need him. Okay, he's fine. What is this 7-5? We should be like 10-2. This is not a 500 team. Come on. Anybody seeing this would be like, this is clearly better than 500, this team. Obviously. I cannot believe that it would be a 500 team or close to it, even early on in the season. Insanity. 11-8. Eek. Okay, let's look. We've profited. This is good. We've profited comparatively. Let's see how selling stuff is going. Okay. We're fine on the prices because, obviously... Oh, 6 out of 10. So we can stop giving away tickets, I think. We'll sell... The thing is, as we get more people in the stadium, we will sell more things. More chicken tenders and chicken strips and hamburgers and, as I always like to say, the most 2000s item ever. The most mid-2000s item ever. Fried apple sticks. That is such a 2000s thing. I have not seen that anywhere for a while. Actually, I'll up these by 20 bucks then. If they're selling 35, 36%, 39%, 41%, wow. This is great. Ooh, I should just make that 15 because that's a $5 one. Actually, I'll go 20. There. Actually, I'll go 15, 6, $9, $27 in 20. Great. So we should be making more money now. Especially, yes, the free tickets are one thing, but theoretically, if we have a long homestand, we will get to be profitable, which is good. Let's see how our guy's doing. Okay, Rich Harden's having the best start of the 3 years he's been here. Ron Everett not having a good start to the season. I may swap him with Bueller, who actually seems like he's better. Yeah, let's just make the swap now. Why not? White Wilhelm has thrown 20 1/3 innings. See, that's why. I knew that Beimel would pitch the least out of the 3. Maybe I should make Nathan the closer then, actually. If he's going to pitch the least, Nathan is the worst of these 3 guys. And then Beimel will pitch more. Granted, 20 1/3 innings pitched so far in, we're 20 games in? What's our record? 19 games in. He's thrown 20 1/3 innings. And of course, he's been unbelievably good. It's White Wilhelm. I mean, come on now. He has a major league decent, probably slightly below average fastball along with a knuckleball that's kind of unhittable. So, a 99 durability is great. He's worth the $8 million, I think, if he throws 150 innings with a 177 ERA. I mean, he's making more than any of our starters. It's a little concerning that 4 of them are on a one-year deal. I forgot about that. Yeah, 4 of them are on a one-year deal. Yikes. Lee, what happened to him? He was supposed to be in the major league. On the major league team, and he's been sucking. And our AA team has been terrible because, of course it is, because it has 9 starting pitchers. Let's go to our lineup. Let's see. Anybody starting pretty well? Okay, decent enough that he can lead off. Yeah, this makes sense. This makes a lot of sense that he would be hitting that well. This also makes a lot of sense. He will hit better at some point. He will hit better at some point. He will hit better at some point. This is fine. He's hitting well after hitting pretty poorly last season. He's hitting well. And then our other platoon guys. Let's go to the lefties lineup, where it's essentially the same until the 6th spot. Okay, not great, but it's not like we've played that many lefties so far. Same with Inge. See, this is... I love the fact that Quintero is signed to a AA situational deal. He was... The computer optimizer put him in single A. As in, he was worse than 7 or 8 other catchers in this organization. But I only need him to play against lefties, where he can hit better than any other catcher on my team, in my organization, against lefties. That's all he needs to do, and if he hits 400, that's good. Even if he doesn't walk at all. And crisp, it's whatever. I mean, 444 on base percentage is good, but it's, of course, the small sample size. But I like seeing that out of Quintero. So we're 10-8 so far. Tiki 51. I'd say hitting 400 is good. Wait, now did you see the numbers for Babe Ruth so far? 339, 468, 613 after 18 games. That's pretty good. And it's Babe Ruth. What do you expect? And then Pujols is also very good. So this team, I actually am going to see, have we scored the most runs in the division? Let's find out. We've scored the fewest runs in the division. We've scored the fewest runs in baseball, and it's not even close. That's ridiculous. We have a lineup that should be scoring 10 runs a game, it feels like. Ay, crazy, crazy, crazy. Let's sim through our next homestand and see if we're profitable by then, because we only have a handful of road games. Yeah, yikes is right. Okay, that's a minor league injury. I don't care. That's a minor league injury. I don't care. This team, to me, this team should win 100 games in the majors, I think. Okay, that's a minor league guy. I don't care. I don't necessarily care that our minor league teams aren't that good. Our team chemistry is a little lower than I'd like, but we also signed a bunch of players. Okay, we're up to an A owner rating. That's good. Hopefully we're making money. Okay. This is a little bit better than we were doing. Our AA team is, wow, terrible. Really terrible. I don't really care if they're good or not. They actually were the only team in our organization, I think, last season to make the playoffs in their league, so kind of interesting. Okay, we're back down to an A- because we lost a few games, which is not good considering the end of this sim is at home, and we're losing games at home. How many in a... Oy vey. Lost 4 of 5. That's not good. That's very bad. 16-10 in April is good. 2-5 in May is not. We are profitable for the year, but we are still in the red overall. So we cannot make any money. Or we can't... Oh, great. Thank you. Let's see about tickets prices. I think we'll up these to 25 because we're selling about 3/4 of them. 5 out of 10, yeah. I mean, I don't think we need to worry about concessions or stores because we're still... Oh, we're still selling a lot of stuff. I'm going to up that by $10. $10 since it's more than 30% that we're selling. Everything's going to get up by 1. Yeah, everything's going to get up by... Actually, this is going to stay... Actually, I'll lower it by $1. and this one by a buck in that as well. I don't want to go too crazy on stuff. I like to sell about a third of it, because that seems to be the sweet spot of where you're not charging too much or too little. Our team chemistry is getting up there. Let's see. So let's look at I think All-Star Game stuff. Oh no, 5/18/08. So let's see. Is that actually going to be a decent time to? Yeah. So that's after the red series. We're still going to be in the red. No pun intended, but we'll have lost some money because we only have the 3 home games and we have like 8 road games. That's a minor league guy. But we'll see how we do in terms of guys potentially making the All-Star game. I want to see who's doing well in All-Star voting. Something tells me Babe Ruth will be there, and something tells me Albert Pujols should be there as well. Hopefully. We've only had like 1 All-Star each season, which is annoying. Truly, this team should be scoring 500 runs a game. The offense is the strength of this team more than the defense. Or not the defense, the pitching rather. Okay, AA game was rained out. That's one thing that I love about this game. Rainouts! Hey, we won 5 in a row last week. That's good. There are rainouts in this game, like at all levels. That doesn't happen in the show at all. So let's go to League News. Okay, nope. Our catchers aren't. Getting hot. Yes, getting hot, hopefully. Pujols must have cooled off, or because that's weird he's not in the top 5. Not at second base. Okay, we know that Beltre started cold. No one? Seriously? Not a single guy is in the top 5 at any position for the All-Star game. He's hitting .333. He's Babe Ruth. He's literal Babe Ruth. .327 for Pujols. Beltre's hitting well. He's not. He's hitting decently, but not at an All-Star level. Man, he cooled off. And Infante's hitting very well. Getting on base well. That's what I want to see. I don't think I'm going to make any lineup changes. Obviously, the guys who have numbers that are more than zeros, because they've actually played, who have hit against lefties, for example, like Quintero and such, those guys, the platoon guys, are good. No love for the small market teams. Clearly, that is... Truly, we should have several All-Stars at this rate. But then again, I guess our offense hasn't been that good. Yeah, we've lost a lot of money because of just the timing. Our pitching has been good enough. Ooh, Everett's been bad. He's gonna... Is Blankard? Nope, he's pitching terribly in AAA. This guy's the best AAA pitcher we have. I really don't want to call him up. Maybe one of our relievers is good. Oh, Mendez. You know what? That's what I'll do. I'll send down Everett and call up Mendez because he's been pitching well. And he has a major league deal. So let's do that. Let's find him here. Who was it? It was Mendez, who we want to swap with Everett. Great. So let's go back to Mendez is the long guy. Great. Hoyt Wilhelm, 45 innings this season he's pitched. Ooh, Bimel's been great. And Joe Nathan hasn't been good, but that's fine because he's only thrown 12 innings. He'll improve. He'll be better. Why doesn't he... He doesn't like the fact that he's the closer? Is that it? I don't want to hear it. But yeah, so Wilhelm has thrown 45 innings, which is a lot, considering that's more than one of our starters and almost as much as another. That's great. That's good. That he's thrown 45 innings in relief in fewer than 45 games. He'll probably throw close to 200 innings. I don't care about any of that stuff. I think we're fine on the schedule here. We have a bunch of road games, which is bad, but then we have a very long homestand. Let's sim that homestand, and we may end up... Probably, we're going to be profitable for the season. It's the question if we erase our $2.5 million deficit, give or take, that we started the season with. That's going to be the interesting one. Okay, that's a minor league guy, I'm pretty sure. Come on, this team should be winning 60% of its games. Yep, it is. That's good. That's what we want to see. This team should be a 100-win team. That's the only reason I've spent so much money. And the fact that it's like a $10 million contract for Babe Ruth and $8 million for Wilhelm. That's a lot of money. And of course, 3 losses in a row. Not good. 4 losses in a row. I mean, I just want to see what happens. I mean, I will play some games. Like, I will play, like, a World Series game, potentially. But I don't like to taint things by playing them too much. Maybe I'll manage a couple games here and there. I just don't want to taint the fact that we're trying to really build a roster. I could have terrible pitching and terrible hitting, but because I'm a good player of this game, I could put it on rookie and just destroy and dominate every game. Where's the fun in that? Okay, so we went 500 in May. Fine. 5-2 to start June, which is good. We are profitable for the season. Not dug out of the hole, but 439,000 is 439,000. I don't care about any of them. Let's see. Anybody looking to be in the All-Star game? Okay, Pujols is 5th at first base. Good. Beltre's 4th among third basemen. Okay. And then Babe Ruth is 2nd among outfielders. There we go. That's more like it. How's everyone hitting? 303, 320. Oh my god, they're just so good. These 3 guys are so good that Willie Moe should be hitting better because he's behind them. Same with Matt Holliday. I can't ask for more from Barrett. He's a catcher, you know? Catchers aren't... I'm not going to go crazy over it with catchers. And then our platoon guys. I mean, look at Inge. Wow, he is just lit the world on fire, only playing against lefties. Love that he's on a double-A contract, too. Fine enough for Worth, considering he's not playing every day. And Quintero, not good, but maybe he'll improve. He's really cooled off a bit against lefties. Not ideal, but that's okay. Where were we? Let's keep simming then. We'll sim through our next homestand. We have, my god, that's 12 road games in 14 days, which is the worst thing. But then we have 8 home games. So maybe by the time those 8 home games hit, we'll be profitable? So we were 439 in the green for this season when that happened. So hopefully we're doing better than that and we've profited on top of our profits. At that point, after this sim, I will check and see the owner's box stuff and see if we want to up ticket prices to make some more money. Okay, now we're starting to play like the team I want us to be, and I expect us to be. Like I said, this team should be, 50 and 30 roughly would be a 100-win team. So we're not quite there, but we're getting closer. This is a 90-something win team. No, I'm not trading a starting pitcher. I refuse. Because I think next season we're going to have... I don't know how many of those starting pitchers I'm going to re-sign. 4 of them will be free agents, and they're all going to want raises or long contracts or both. And I'm not sure that's going to be good. Okay, that's a minor league guy. 15 games above 500 is good. 16 above is even better. Okay, we have an A owner rating, which is what we want. All right, we've 17-9 in June. That is dominant. We are very much in the hole. I thought we might actually break even over the course of that time. That's not the case. We've lost 2.5+ million since the last time because of the long road trips. That'll kill you. We might have a chance with a couple of long homestands, especially in August. We may end up profitable around September 3rd, I'm thinking. Especially because we make more money in those later season home games. Let's see. Are we selling out? We're close, so let's up ticket prices. Let's see. That's a 6 out of 10 game. Let's just up them twice. Why not? It's the Yankees, and then every other game is after the All-Star break. Any concessions selling that well? Not really. I'll up you by 50 cents. Anything that sells more than 30%, I increase the price of. I'm not going to lower the price of the other stuff. Ooh, man, people are buying jerseys. And buying them like crazy. Lettered jerseys. I don't even understand the difference between all the jerseys, truly. But if we're making more money, that's good. Keep that the same, that the same. We'll up by $1, $1 more, $1 more, and $2 more. Great. So that's everything pricing-wise that we need to worry about. Let's sim to through that Yankee series, where at least we'll be a little less in the red after that. Yeah, we have no promos on. Um, let's sim through that to the All-Star break and see who our All-Stars are. Come on, let's have 50 wins by the All-Star break. Come on. By the way, I'm just assuming we're in first place because we're still very good. We're still a 90-win team. 90-something win team. We just aren't a 100-win team, which is what I thought this team would be. 3-3 in July is not good. Okay, yeah, we're 3.5 games up. We're okay. We made a fair bit of money against the Bronx Bombers. Let's look at what's our next game. It's a 5 out of 10. And we still sold enough tickets where it makes sense to keep them like that. I am thinking about maybe a promo day, though, if one of these games is worse than a 5. Ooh, 9 out of 10. That's going to make us money. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it, and then we have some 10 out of 10 games, 7 and 8s. Yeah, we're going to make a lot of money and have to really up the ticket prices in a few weeks. So let's, yeah, this guy is good. Daniel Dollentap. Really? No, he doesn't. He's played in one career Major League game. The thing is, he's fast, but he's not a good enough hitter to make that worthwhile, and he's just probably unhappy that he doesn't have a big Major League deal. So whatever. Let's sim to the date of the All-Star game. Go to day. And let's see who we have that's an All-Star. Let's find out. I'm also going the other direction because I don't want us to see who the MVP and Cy Young Award guys are. Let's see. Anything? Okay, Babe Ruth is an All-Star. That's good. Zach Greinke is an All-Star. Alrighty. And that's it. Okay. That kind of stinks, but 2 All-Stars is better than what we've been doing, so that's a positive. 3 pitchers in the top 10 of the Cy Young race, including 2 of our relievers, which means they're pitching a lot and pitching extremely well. Greinke's second, that's good. And then Babe Ruth is 8th in the MVP race. Let's look at our guys' stats here. Actually, wait. Let me do it a different way. Instead of going through the lineup, let's do batting stats. Zach Greinke, he's still pitching, by the way. He's still pitching and pitching well. God, I think he was last in Houston? I think he's in Houston right now. He signed a big deal with Arizona. Let me check that for sure. But he's still pitching all these years later. And he's been good. That's the craziest part. He's been good for a lot of years. I think he won 2 Cy Youngs. Yeah, Houston. He was in Houston last season. I think he still is. He 208 career wins. He made his Major League debut in 2004. In 2005, for real, he led the league in losses with 17. But God, he's been good since. He has won just 1 Cy Young. I thought it was more than 1. But he's so good. He's a dude who's fun to watch still. Because he'll throw like 50-something mile-an-hour pitches once in a while just to keep people, just to catch them off guard. So in terms of hitting, Pujols is hitting well, Ruth is hitting well, Young is hitting well, Inge is hitting well in part-time duty, Coco Crisp is hitting well in his part-time role, Holiday's starting to heat up, which is good, Beltre hitting well. I mean, most of our guys are hitting well. We don't have that many. Ooh, Quintero is not hitting well, even though he's only playing against lefties. That's a little concerning. Because maybe I can get someone who's a little better of an overall hitter to be our backup catcher. 22 home runs for both Ruth and Beltre. Beltre has 61 RBIs. Ruth has 64 runs scored. Any crazy numbers in some of these? I mean, Babe Ruth's numbers are going to be crazy. I wonder... Somehow Babe Ruth has not been intentionally walked once. He's Babe Ruth. Why wouldn't you intentionally walk him every time? Gosh, that's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Let's look at the league leaders. Maybe we have a couple of them. Okay, Pujols is 10th in batting average. 32 homers at the All-Star break? That's nuts. 92 RBIs at the All-Star break, too. That's insane. Some of these stats are so busted because we have all of the Major League legends in this, too. And then you also have guys who were solid players having really good seasons because they're on good rosters. And here I thought we'd have someone with some number that was really high up. And we Okay, eighth in on-base percentage for Ruth. So that's something at least. 254 total bases before the All-Star game is insane. Let's see, anything... Okay, Greinke's second in wins. That's good. He's fifth in strikeouts. Complete games. Burley is second, but he has not... He's probably pitched well overall, but he's pitching a lot, just not super effectively. No shutouts is not ideal. Harden and Udisline each have 2. Okay, they've been fine enough. Yeah, okay. So that's it for league leaders. We have some guys who are at least close and who are going to be down ballot award winners. I do want to look at Wilhelm's stats, though. Oh, 388 ERA, but he's thrown 106 and 2/3 innings. That's insane. That's such a large amount of innings, and I love it. Joe Nathan has been bad for some reason. Mendez has not been good either. Let's see, is Tiki51, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Everett should be starting in AAA for sure. He's pitching well, at least, in limited innings. So we'll see about that. I think I'm going to make a lineup change. I think the Humberto Quintero experiment has clearly ended not well. I think these two guys are not that good against lefties. That's the trouble. It's that I just need someone who's good against lefties. So let's send Quintero back down to single A where he was before. And let's figure out what we can do. Is there a free agent catcher who can hit lefties? No. So let's see if we can trade for one. I think that's what we need to do, and then I'm going to call it a stream. Let's think. Maybe we can get someone in AAA who can just hit lefties well. Maybe. Hopefully. Or we could go big. We could go big and do a crazy trade for like Joe. Oh, this guy can hit lefties really well. Okay, he's 25. He's not in the majors right now, but he has some experience. Is he a bad... He's not a bad fielder either. Yeah, let's trade for him. Let's see. What do we want to give up? Clearly, there's somebody who's going to be bad. Huh, let's see if we can give up Matt Belisle. Okay. Let's see if we can give up Matt Belisle and somebody else who's not good. Very good young pitcher, but he's going to be a free agent. Let's just trade those two pitchers. No, okay. Maybe one more dude might be able to get us there. 28. He's 28 and in AA. I don't think he's going to make it out alive. Oh, man, we need to get somebody better on there. Maybe somebody from AAA. Ninja Master Z-Dubs. Good to see someone still playing this game. I absolutely love it. I love this game. It's my favorite game of all time. I own every single game. I own at least one copy of every single game released in the MVP Baseball series for every single console it came out on, even consoles that I don't actually own. But I'm playing it on the GameCube, which is where I grew up playing it. So let's see, who's the worst of these, like, real-world starters? Or if there's somebody else who's, like, not good and old. Wait, is he on a one-year deal? Oh, no, 2 years. Never mind, then. I'd want to get rid of a guy who will not re-sign here because... Oh, Dennis Reyes. Let's get rid of him. Okay. Let's get a little more creative, then. It looks like Simmons is the worst of them. Let's see, what about just them? No. We need somebody good to get this Hutchins guy. And I don't want to trade... Well, maybe I trade one of our catchers in AAA. Why not? I mean, we can always call up a catcher from AA or something. He's only 23. He has 1 year left, though. He's not happy with his playing time. Let's see. Great, we got Hutchins. So we will call him up. By the way, Ninja Master Z-Dubs, I'm going to be streaming this a lot. I've been streaming it a lot lately over the past few weeks since I started streaming again. Give me a follow. That way you'll know when I go live and I'm playing this. So it's not Young. It's this guy, Hutchins, who has a... Okay, good. That's good. We have 2 years with him. So he's now going to be our catcher against lefties. And let's just call up somebody, one of these guys from AA. It looks like Childers is the best, so awesome. We'll do that. Let's fix our lineup here. Hutchins is good, but not good enough against righties. We will put Quintero in against lefties. Or not Quintero. We got rid of Quintero. What am I saying? We had Quintero in against lefties. That didn't go well, so Hutchins will play against lefties. Still hitting 8th, and that's fine. So he was an everyday catcher in AAA. which is cool. Let's see, Childers, that's fine. Just throw him into every lineup. Oh, we have to put in a second baseman there. Alrighty, let's put in Zerby then. Oh, I had missed it against lefties too. Remember, Childers will just play every day and... Great, that's fine. And let's just fix the AA with... Wow, that guy's really good against righties. Why is he only in AA? That's weird. I'm actually going to just throw him in all the lineups because he at least seems like a prospect who might make the Major League roster this decade. So let's make sure that he's in the lineup. Great. So that's all fixed. We now have... Oh, let's fix that really quickly, which usually it fixes itself. If it's they don't have a closer. Okay. Closer. Starting pitcher? No. Oh, they're all starters. Okay. Well, whatever. They'll just deal with it. I don't really care. They're really bad in AA this year, but whatever. We're fine. Everything else seems to be okay. We are hedging money like there's no tomorrow, but after a long road trip, we will have a big homestand and then a really great August and September schedule for us to make money. I think we will end up profitable at some point during this regular season. When that will be, I don't know. We're going to have to find that out together on my next stream of MVP Baseball 2005's Owner Mode. I don't know when that will be. I will stream tomorrow. In fact, I may stream a new game on the Switch that I got actually delivered today. I got it on sale. So I may stream that. I'll have to decide and see. I may stream some NCAA football or NCAA basketball, depending on how I'm feeling. Probably will be streaming during the day, maybe early afternoon tomorrow. We'll see what time, but let's just save it again. I appreciate Tiki51 and Ninja Master Z-Dubs for getting in the chat on this stream, and I appreciate the follow as well, Tiki51. If you follow me here on Twitch, that is the best way. You can set it to get a notification to tell you the second I go live. If you follow me on Twitter, I tweet out every time I go live. And if you are watching the archives, give me a follow on Twitter, but also subscribe on YouTube, because that way you can get all of the new videos that I post, which are all of the stream archives along with highlights. So yeah, that's everything. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you next time. Bye!